from Dead is Dumb
We're on
backyard,
location.
tropical backyard.
It's like 80 degrees here, so we thought we would shoot outside. Plus, we want to be outside. So, guys, happy Debt Kicking Sunday. You can even hear our neighbor's dogs in the background. Anyway, so happy Debt Kicking Sunday. We've got a couple questions and a victory story to share with you. Yay!
I'd be winking, but you can't see me.
I know, our sunglasses. Very cool. Hopefully it's nice where you guys are at.
If not, I'm sorry.
I know. It'll be raining here, I think, on Tuesday, so we'll take it while we can get it. The first question is, could you talk about monthly bills that raise your budget but you yourself don't have any control over? For example, housing, loans rising, insurance rising, and stuff like that. Amen to that question, because everything seems to be going up right now.
Not for us, though.
Well, we're noticing it. I mean, with the cost of gas, you notice it in the grocery store, and stamps, and, you know, things that you have to, obviously. But housing, and the first, housing, like if you're renting and your rent is going up, find another place that has a lower rent. Unless it's like $30-40, then obviously stay where you're at. But anything with like housing, or I guess housing going up, compare. Like, look for a better price or something in your price range that you can afford. Obviously, if it was us renting, we would get as cheap of a rent as we can so that we could be applying the extra money towards these baby steps. And then hindsight, just 2020 is always clearer, so I wish that we had started out with a cheap rent, because we would be so much further right now. And then
Loans rising. I don't know what that one means.
I think you're talking like about interest rates, which you have no control over, but things like that, like our mortgage went up because of taxes, and your student loan, I think his student loan has gone up a little bit too. Interest rate?
It goes down. If anything, it goes down.
It goes down, okay. But things like that, you just can't, you don't have control over. You can...
Just revise your budget at that time.
That's less towards, you know, that's less that you have at the end of the month so that you could apply towards your baby steps. If it bugs you enough, if it's going up a lot and it bugs you, you know...
Shop around.
Shop around or pick up a side job to make up that, and so that it doesn't throw you off track.
Yeah, because you also said insurance rising. Our insurance, we've had for like 15 years, doesn't rise. It's like, it's within about 5 cents every month. Occasionally, $1. But it's almost like an auto deduct. It never changes. But then again, we've had the same vehicles forever, the same house forever. Our policies haven't changed. We haven't gotten any wrecks. We haven't gotten any speeding tickets or anything like that. So I say if you're a speeder and you get tickets all the time, or you buy a new car every other year, that's, I mean, you make it what you want it to be. If you want it to be standard or whatever, slow down and stop buying cars, I guess. I don't know. I mean, ours doesn't change, so I would assume that other people's would be in the same situation, don't you think?
I agree with that, but there's also, if it goes up a lot, that's a red flag.
Yeah, I mean, if it's, you know...
That's a red flag. You need to shop around.
$100 and then all of a sudden it's going to be $137 a month now. It's time to go look for a different agent.
And another thing with how our insurance is we have somebody that's just like one town over.
Yeah.
So they're local.
If I don't like what he
small,
says, I can drive over on my lunch break and go talk to him.
It's not a 1-800 number and you have to go through all that rigmarole.
Yeah.
So there's something to be said about going with the hometown guy.
Yeah. But by far, he's the cheapest of anybody, any 1-800 number, any other agency out there. So shop around. Insurance is one of those you need to shop around.
Yeah.
You get your time. I mean, what you get your savings out of the time you spend in it. It's an investment.
That's right.
All right. Good question.
Yes. Thank you. Next question.
Oop.
As we drop our papers. Okay, Debt is Dumb. What do you recommend, or what does Dave recommend people do as far as W-4 deductions? More deductions for higher monthly income, or lower deductions for higher income tax return? And then I'll address the second part of this question.
Higher deductions, so you get more money.
Hang on. I just want to say, between WT Mulligan and Angie Gal 71, you guys have had a fantastic conversation going on. Thank you for that, because we have benefited from it.
Well, yeah, we don't have to do all the work. You guys are taking care of our clerical stuff for us.
If you don't know what we're talking about, you guys go on last week's video.
Debt is dumb.
Last week's debt kicking video, last Sunday's, and look at their conversation, the comments that they have going back and forth. I loved it. You guys didn't always agree, but you respected each other, and I loved it. I loved it. Feel free to talk like that anytime. Anyway, so back to the question about W-4 deductions and tax returns. Okay. We've gotten kind of into this thing. It's tax season. Well, it's over now, but it has been tax season, so it's kind of just been the subject. But what we do is you explain what you have set up with your deductions.
Right now, it's a catch-22. People say you need to do your higher deductions. That way you get more monthly back. I completely agree with that. But there are some situations, like where we're at, we're a one-income family. I make enough of money that I'm maxed out on my deductions. I can't ask for any more deductions than I already am. I've got 2 kids. I do have a mortgage, so there is an interest write-off there at the end of the year, plus the 2 kids or whatever. We still get a healthy chunk of money back at the end of the year, but there's nothing I can do about that. I'm maxed out unless I, whatever it is, like $125,000 income, and once you get past that, you can ask for more deductions. I don't make that. I don't even make that, but we're at where we're at, so we still get money back. There's nothing we can do about that. But if you're in a situation where you can change that, say you have 0 deductions or 1 deduction, but you can ask for like 5, yeah, I would say go to 3.
Take as many as you can.
Go to 3 first to see where that puts you for a couple months on your money, and then go up from there. But you need to get it back monthly so you can take that money, invest it instead of the government earning interest on it for the rest of the year and then giving it to you back, and you could have been investing in yourself.
Yeah, so Dave Ramsey does recommend that, guys. He wants you to not be getting anything back at the end of the year. He wants it to be 0 because he doesn't want like he said, he doesn't want the government to be making interest on your money that they're going to be giving back to you. So he would rather have you getting your money back and investing it at 12% and making money on it instead of the government having it, which makes complete sense. However, there are some circumstances like ours that we can't do that, but we don't abuse it either because that's our girls' tuition every year.
Yeah.
So it's justified in that sense, but definitely get your tax return back monthly. And we are so exact with ours, and I guess it's been like 3 or 4 years on the same deductions, that we're within a couple $100 a year. So
yeah, I can almost tell you what we're going to get back every year without even doing my taxes.
Yeah, so that's what we would recommend. That's exactly what Dave Ramsey would recommend.
Definitely get your money back monthly. Great question. Thank you.
That was an awesome question, and thank you for involving us in your conversation.
Oh, you pretty much took care of it, but thanks for asking.
Okay, the second part of that question we can't forget is
part 2.
Part 2 of that is, do you invest any money? If so, what kind of investments do you have? Okay, currently right now we are on baby step 2, which means
soon to be 3.
Yeah, we're on our debt snowball, and we're just throwing everything we can at his student loan. We've covered this. Mine's paid for.
His.
Anyway, so hopefully by the end of the year, we're shooting for a goal this year to become debt-free. Hopefully it happens. We've had some unforeseen things come up that we can't control. But hopefully the end of the year, definitely, that gives us a lot of cushion room and stuff. We should be debt-free.
But what we're looking into, what we've talked about, the one thing is going to be a Roth IRA.
Well, hang on. He likes to jump ahead. Okay, so what we are doing is our baby step 2. We're working at baby steps. We're not jumping ahead to any baby step, putting one higher than the other. If it worked for Dave Ramsey, it's going to work for us. So that's our exact goal. So after 2, then baby step number 2, baby step number 3 is saving.
I forgot baby step 3. Yeah.
Saving 3 to 6 months. And then baby step number 4 is investing 15% of your income. So we actually will not technically have any official investments until baby step 4, which we'll get to next year.
Mid 2003.
2013.
Whatever. Plus or minus
10. Boy, those
10
years just went by.
Plus or minus
Woo! How are we doing
Starting to get
on time?
hot out here. Woo.
Anyway, so,
4 minutes.
okay, so we just have his retirement right now.
Government retirement, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I work for the government.
We have something. So that wraps up that question. Okay, so then we have a victory story. Oh, you know what we do? We kind of have a comment. You would like to see more, I would really like to see more frugal recipes. Any ideas you can give me is great. You know what, guys? We know it's hard for us to get cooking videos. We know that that's what you want and that's what you guys enjoy, and we love doing them, but we just have been really busy lately and haven't had the chance. However, what we do is I cook what we feel like. So you can make any recipe frugal. Seriously.
Plan ahead. It's the easiest if you
plan ahead. I plan my meals 2 weeks.
If you wait till 4 o'clock on the way home from the drive from work to go, what's for dinner? Let's go to the store. It ain't gonna work.
You're gonna spend too much money, blow your budget, and
take an hour on a Sunday or a Friday night or a Tuesday night. Take an hour of your life and write down your top 10, what we like to eat. Put it on a budget budget and a list. Spend another hour another night. Go buy it all and call it a 2-week period or a week period or something.
Yeah. Because these 2 weeks period, what I'm making is I've made chicken enchiladas, I've made lasagna, I've made what have I made?
Turkey spaghetti
burgers,
pizza, chicken Parmesan pizza.
I made like a Greek chicken pizza. We're doing barbecue chicken on the grill.
And what we do is we cook, we'll cook one dinner. Say Monday night we'll cook one dinner, but we double everything.
It's always a double.
So Tuesday night we don't have to cook. So we don't cook. So we cook every other day.
Yeah.
But we eat
leftovers.
Leftovers
in between. And actually our 2 week, the way that we shop, it empties our pantry and it empties our fridge. So that in 2 weeks we're actually.
And we only buy what we use.
Yeah.
Wrap it up.
Okay. So anyway, there's that. A victory story real quick. I just want to say, Laura Emily 83, you graduated recently from Financial Peace University, and we just want to say, woohoo!
Good for you. Woohoo!
We are so happy and so proud of you.
Now get on it and lead one. That's your next step.
Lead one, and then you can do video. Help us out with videos. Anyway, so congratulations to her. She didn't exactly ask for that to be a victory story, but we
That's the joy of being one of our friends.
We do it anyway.
Just like the advice, it's free.
So, that's it, guys. That's all we have for this week. Leave your comments, your questions, victory stories down below. We'll have a big one next week because it's our wrap party on our Financial Peace class. Our graduation party next Sunday for us. So,
wrapping it up from Deda's dumb tropical backyard and fire pit. Until next time.
Paid for fire pit.
We're outie.